Good afternoon. It's afternoon. It's 4:30. The 1903 Major League Baseball season, which featured the first World Series, and we will get to that. During the season, or prior to the season, the Cleveland team changed its name to the Naps in honor of Napoleon Lajoie. Chicago Orphans were renamed the Chicago Cubs. The Baltimore Orioles relocated to New York and were named the Highlanders. Still a 140 game schedule. August 1st, Joe McGinnity becomes the first pitcher to win 2 complete games on the same day. The New York Giants won both ends of the doubleheader over the Boston Bean Eaters, 4-1 and 5-2. Now we look at let's do the stats before we do the standings. End of the season. Well, let's do the standings there. Boston finished atop of the American League with 91 wins and 47 losses. And they were the American League representative for the World Series. Philadelphia Athletics finished with 75 wins, 60 losses, 14.5 games back. The Cleveland Naps, 77 wins, 63 losses, 15 back. New York Islanders, 72 wins, 62 losses, 17 back. Yeah, seems about right. Detroit Tigers, 65 wins, 71 losses, 25 back. St. Louis Browns, 65 wins, 74 losses, 26.5 games back. I think this is where the Browns started becoming a really bad team. Chicago White Stockings, 60 wins, 77 losses, 30.5 games back. And Washington, the Senators, not the Nationals, the Senators, 43 wins, 94 losses, 47.5 games back. And knock on the Washington Senators, first in war, first in peace, last in the American League. Yeah, they had some pretty bad years. National League. Pittsburgh finished at the top of the National League, 91 wins, 49 losses. So we got to play the Boston Americans for the World Series. New York Giants, 84 wins, 55 losses, 6.5 games back. Chicago Cubs, 82 wins, 56 losses, 8 back. Cincinnati Reds, 74 wins, 65 losses, 16.5 back. The Brooklyn Superbas, 70 wins, 66 losses, 19 games back. Boston Bean Eaters, 58 wins, 80 losses, 32 games back. Philadelphia Phillies, 49 wins, 86 losses, 39.5 games back. And at the bottom, St. Louis Cardinals, 43 wins, 94 losses, 46.5 games back. Now for your top season stats, and I'm going by average home runs and RBIs for the batters, and the wins, ERA, and strikeouts for the pitchers. Nap Lajoie had the top average in the American League, finished the season with 344. Buck Freeman for the Boston Red Sox. Lajoie still with the Indians, by the way. Buck Freeman of the Reds Boston Americans, 13 home runs. And Freeman also led the league in RBIs with 104. Pitching in the American League, Cy Young for Boston. Had the most wins in the American League with 28. Earl Moore of Cleveland finished with a 1.74 ERA. And Rube Waddell of the Philadelphia Athletics, 187 strikeouts. National League. Honus Wagner of Pittsburgh finished the season with a 355 average. J.B. Scheckert, of Brooklyn, 9 home runs. And Sam Mertes of the Giants with 104 RBIs. Tight Buck Freeman. Pitching, Joe McGinnity, aforementioned. 31 wins for the Giants. Sam Lever of Pittsburgh, 2.06 ERA. Christy Mathewson, the Christian gentleman. The Giants, 267 strikeouts. Christy Mathewson was an outstanding pitcher on John McGraw's Giants. Even though John McGraw is a bit of a brawler, his best pitcher was cool. He just went on the mound, pitched, done. He conducted himself accordingly. And was nicknamed the Christian Gentleman. Now we go to the World Series. There's a best of 9 affair. And Boston won the series 5-3. They played 4 games at the Huntington Avenue grounds in Boston and 4 games at the Exposition Park in Pittsburgh. So, game one was on October 1st in Boston, and Pittsburgh won 7-3. Game 2 was on October 2nd. Boston evened the series at 1, winning 3-0. Game 3 was also in Boston on October 3rd. Pittsburgh won 4-2. Game 4 in Pittsburgh on October 6th, and Pittsburgh won 5-4 to go up 3-1. You think, they're done. Boston's done. But no. Game 5 on October 7th, Boston won 11-2. And then Boston won Game 6 on October 8th, 6-3. And then won Game 7 in Pittsburgh, 7-3 on October 10th. Sending the series back to Boston for Game 8, in which Boston won 3-0 on October 13th. And there is your first World Series champions. So congratulations to the Boston Red Sox on the first World Series. Tomorrow, 1904. Until then, stay tuned.